Hello everybody, long time no video. I know it's been a few months, I've just been, so many things going on, and I haven't really prioritized the channel, to be honest. Like, I don't want to say I was too busy, because I wasn't. If I really wanted to do a video, I would have. I'm not going to blame my schedule. I just honestly, I didn't prioritize it. But that said, it's great to be back, and today we're going to talk about my trip to Puerto Vallarta. It was my second time in Mexico, my first time in PV. It's about a little over a 2-hour flight from Houston, so it's like pretty close. And I was there for, a little over a week. It was a great, when the most exciting thing in your life is like a trip to Cascado or Trader Joe's. It's like, because you're working from home and all this kind of thing. It's nice to have like a change of scene and, be next to a beach and have that different like vibe, right? And I hadn't traveled internationally since before COVID when I went to Cuba. So it was just really nice to take that time and kind of like recharge. So this video, I took like stuff on my Canon, on my phone, on my GoPro. So it's kind of a weird mix. I'm gonna try to like walk you through my trip. I kind of stitched together everything from the different sources, and we're gonna kind of go through it. I remember I get there, I'm ready to unpack, but I wanted to do a video and kind of show you guys where I stayed there. It's an Airbnb, but it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And I know I went there alone. Why did I need a 2-bedroom? I think it was nice to have the space. Like, I'm a person, I like to have more space as opposed to like a teeny little, like I could get claustrophobic. Actually, that happened when I went to Hong Kong. I checked into the hotel, and the room, it was on like a lucky floor, maybe. I don't know if maybe the 8th floor, I don't remember. But it was so teeny, I could barely fit my suitcase next to, it was just, and the bed, and so anyway, I asked them, like, is there anything else a little bigger? And they gave me a bigger room, maybe not on a lucky floor, not with a view, but it was much bigger, and it was like the same rate. So I was like, okay, yeah. The 2-bedroom. So this is the first bedroom. And then there's the balcony. It looks like it's got a sliding door to go to the balcony. It also looks like there's a busy street there, so I don't know how much I'll be using that. And there was an ant problem. So I had bought some like pastries, and I had a little, I had one, and then the others I put on top of the microwave inside the plastic. And the next day I went to have a pastry, and there were ants like all over it. It was disgusting. I didn't even save the video because I don't want to look at that again. Like, even when I'm editing, I don't want to show it. It was disgusting. So she called like a pest control, and the pest control guy was so creepy. Like, he kept like looking at me, like he would spray, then he's like looking at me, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, do you need anything? Location though was really great. As you can see, it was like 2 blocks from the beach. If you like being in a super walkable area, that's it, right by the Malecon, but it was not quiet at night. I mean, there were earplugs by the bed, and I used them like every night, because it's quite a busy street. The first place that I really explored was this Cafe Leila's right across the street. It was a really good soup. I had read the reviews on Google, and everybody loved the soup there. So I got it, and it was yummy. Oh, I also set up my kind of work from home. I tested the tap water. I had read articles that the tap water in Puerto Vallarta is really good, and it's like, tested the whatever best quality for this many years in a row. And the water is fine to drink. I just didn't like the taste personally, so I ended up actually in the end drinking bottled water. you have like that west, it's facing west, so you get the really nice sunset. My second day, I actually did a photo shoot in the morning. I had booked it through those like Airbnb experiences. It was like 1 hour, I think it was like 40 or 50 bucks. Alonzo was really great, and he brought even somebody with like the thing through the white for the lighting, which was amazing. Like it was so, yeah. And so we took a lot of photos, and I think they turned out really great. I'll show you a couple here. Highly recommend him. So this video is just showing you like how close I was to the beach. It's pretty cool. Like, you know, you could, like I said, it's the western, like looking at the west, so you see the sunset over the water every day. It was gorgeous. The day after that, I checked out this place called Bar La Playa. The beach bar in the afternoon. So they have like a happy hour, but it's not for cocktail. I think it's for margaritas and mojitos or something. I got a cocktail. As you can see, they're very like, it's a very fresh fruit that they put in there, and it's like very, he's very daqiq, what's the word, daqiq, like detailed. To take a Marlin quesadilla to take home. All right guys, I'm back home. That place was so good, the seafood place. I was such a pig. I had the ceviche with shrimp, the other regular ceviche tostada, whatever. I had the crab stew taco, and this is the quesadilla with marlin inside. I'm so excited to eat it. And another thing, there are like tents kind of on the Malecon at night, or like when you cross over the bridge, there's a bunch of little food tents and things, and you can order, yeah, they have like snacks and fresh fruit and pies and cakes and things like that. So after work one day, I decided to check out Las Animas. Hey guys, so today we are heading to this beach. It's called Las Animas. So we're gonna take the bus to Boca. I'm gonna try to do a time lapse. Hopefully it'll work out. Yalla, see you. I want to apologize for the time lapse that I did with my GoPro. I think because like I was holding it on a stick, but I think that I should have had the cuts in like closer together instead of every 2 seconds. I should have it between every 1 second or something. The GoPro is, I mean, the camera was working fine. I was holding it and it didn't turn out great. But yeah, so I apologize for that. But it was a great hike. It's the first mile or so I think is the trickiest. These kinds of bridges just scare me. It was a nice view. Oh yeah, I have it here. The time lapse did not turn out great. Sorry if this video makes you nauseous. It feels like something out of the original Willy Wonka movie. Whew, finished the hike. It was long and rocky, but it was worth it. Now time for a break. And then I could have taken a boat back. A lot of people take the boat back to Boca de Tomatlan. But I actually walked, I don't know if not that I'm scared of boats, I was just like, at that point I was like, you know what, I made it this far, like I can walk back, I can, you know, I had the energy to do it. Though there was a huge iguana that just scared the crap out of me. You are really big. Okay, I'm gonna try to walk past. So small. Hi, baby. Little puppy. When I got back, I treated myself to a pastry and a frozen drink at this place called Santa Polla. And it's like a branch of, I guess, pastry shops. They sell pastries shaped like penises, like penis and balls. And I like to support women-owned businesses, so like I wrote them a nice review and things. So check them out. It was good, and it had like a filling, like a cream. Mine was like a caramel filling, dulce de leche.
Everywhere, and this was because probably 40-50 years ago this was a very small town and quiet town, so a lot of people from mostly California, retired people, just found the perfect place to live. And then they found that there's very nice waves here pretty much the whole year, so they start like spread the voice in California about Sayulita. It's a very nice and quiet town with nice waves, so they start coming. And it was I don't know, maybe 10 years with most of the population from California, and then that's how they this town started to being more popular everywhere in the world, because they just spread the voice and everyone just can hear surf. And then in 2001 is when Sayulita just exploded, because the government, federal government in Mexico, they create this program called Pueblo Mágico, which means magic town. And these are very small and traditional towns in Mexico.
This is the iguana tree. And then, so yeah, Mimo talks to us about the history of the town and shows us the iguana tree. So they have this, it's like a famous tree and all these iguanas just love to live in it. And it's weird too because they camouflage really well. Like I was looking there and I'm like, oh, I only see one. And you look closer and you see all these other iguanas on it. And then we walked through a graveyard to get to Los Muertos Beach, Playa de los Muertos. There's also a Los Muertos Beach in PV, but the one in Sayulita is pretty famous and it's also beautiful. The weather was perfect. We got fresh seafood at this other restaurant. Oh, it was so good. The food was really good. So yeah, in the markets, and you can get souvenirs, clothes, all kinds of stuff. They have, you know, the Mexican vanilla. This is what I got. And it was, I mean, only like $4 or $5, I think. He's so cute, isn't he? Oh, I was like carrying him around all day. And I love like the stitching is so good. And we did another tequila taste. I said, it's not for me. Yeah, I just don't like hard liquor. Okay. All right, so then, yeah, we took the bus back. It's about, I would say, a 1.5 hour bus ride each way. So just also remember to budget that. I did get home in time to watch the sunset. That Sunday I did a hike, and so for this hike it was the hike to Cascado, Palo Maria, like the waterfall. So this one was an Airbnb experience, and I kind of wanted that because it was, I feel like, a lot more of a dangerous hike, I don't know, or just to be more fun with a group. But yeah, there were 3 others in my group. They were all really awesome.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. They know that we're calling it love. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think.
To CMQ Hospital for that, and it was 450 pesos, which is like, I think 20 bucks, 25 bucks or something. They emailed me my result within 3 or 4 hours. That was good. Also on that side, you can walk to, there's a cafe called Petricor. It's called Petricor. They have really good green tea lattes and green tea frappuccino. And the flan is like $2, $2.50. It's so good. Do not miss that. I'm like, my mouth is like watering thinking of the flan. Okay. I also went there my last morning in PV, and I got this carrot cake. That was so incredible. Oh, so good. So you can see, like, I ate some very good food. Not pregnant, just eating good. Okay, I also walked around the Malecon one last time, and what is it? Oh, yeah. So my last dinner on the last night, I went to this place for the second time. I had gone earlier in my trip, I think Friday night. Anyway, it's called Mariscos el Colera. And this is another like local favorite, and it was so good. I gave them a review. They didn't even ask me. The seafood's so good and fresh, and they have frozen margaritas, and they're just, and they have like a jukebox, which is really cool too. I don't know. By that time the next day, I was already back in Houston. I was back in time for running club, which I needed after all that food. All right, so that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. This, my birthday orchid I got for my birthday last year, it was still blooming when I got back. So I love this orchid. It took, you know, it took 7 months for it to rebloom, but it's just so gorgeous. Ugh. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the flowers. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Just keep on dancing, babe.